So yes, Matheus Nunes has left Wolves for Manchester City. Just going to do a quick video on the details of this deal, what's been said from Nunes and from the City and Wolves end, and what Man City fans are going to be getting with Matheus Nunes. So yes, Matheus Nunes has left Wolverhampton Wanderers for a fee of £53 million. The deal includes a 10% sell-on clause for Wolves on any profit City make on the 25-year-old at any future sale. Obviously, he's a Portuguese international, 11 caps for his country, and he has signed a 5-year deal at City. When talking to the City media team, he said, "I'm so happy to be joining Manchester City, champions of Europe, the club I've admired for a long time. The opportunity," he said, "to work under Pep Guardiola was one of the greatest managers ever, and alongside some of the best players in the world, something I couldn't turn down." He goes on to say, "I learned so much during my season with Wolves and excited to continue improving the Premier League division, which brings the best out of me." He also kind of made a little bit of a swipe in the interview, saying he's always wanted to come to England and play in the Premier League for the biggest clubs in the world. Well, I think there's a little bit of a swipe at Wolves fans, which has not gone down too well. Also, that hasn't gone too well is the fact that he downed tools. Wolves sporting director Matt Hobbs has said, "I was disappointed with how it ended. It wasn't necessarily the stance Matheus took, but we ended up with a good resolution for everyone." He said Matheus is a hugely talented player who we admit that last season himself didn't hit the heights he expected. It was a tough season for the team, so maybe he wasn't allowed to do that. He did score, I think it was Wolves' goal of the season. And Matt Hobbs has also referenced the fact that they're losing a very, very good player, but it's helping bring in other players and making the squad more competitive as a whole. Matheus Nunes didn't hit the heights last year. If you're a City fan watching this, in fact, he had 1 goal, 1 assist. It was a great goal. But like in pre-season, he had been kind of the main man for Wolves. He can run with the ball. He can make space out of close positions and create space, draws people to the ball. And the one thing that doesn't really sit very well with Wolves fans is that, he wanted to get his move for City, which is, understandable. But on the other hand, you don't down tools and stop work. And I think if it was a City fan watching this and it was one of your players that did this, you wouldn't be very, very impressed. So that does wonder about the character of the lad. Obviously, if he doesn't get in the team, if he ends up being like a Calvin Phillips and just sitting in the bench or not getting much game time, how he is going to be around the place then. I don't think Pep Guardiola stands for much messing. And you have to question his character. Talented player, no doubt. Pep Guardiola has previously gone out and said he thinks he's one of the best midfielders in the world, and maybe that will happen. Obviously, with the talent and array of talent that Manchester City has around him, maybe you'll see the best of Matheus Nunes. But the jury is out on that. The only thing that I can guarantee for certain is when he does come back to Molineux, unlike some players who get a very warm welcome, I can't see that happening for Matheus, because he's disrespected the club, he's disrespected his fellow players, he's disrespected the badge, and he's disrespected the fans by the way he's forced this move. So expect that every time he touches the ball if he does play against us at Molineux, he's not going to get the best reception. Not at all. Anyway, move on. It's all done. And transfer deadline day continues. Until the next one, always Wolves.